Yeah, I am here.
My man, Needles, what's going on with you, Needles? I see you been out there working. I see the videos, bro.
Yeah, I'm actually working on some more coming soon, and yeah, stay tuned for them.
What do you like? How do you do your videos? Would you just do one at a time, or you do
Uh, you know,
several?
I just kind of think of topics like sometimes when something good comes out in the news, I go ahead and cover that. But I just want to do like kind of abstract kind of gaming stuff, like what makes Xbox Xbox and what makes PlayStation PlayStation, and stuff like that.
Yeah, okay, that's you in the background.
Yeah.
All right, so I think suppose everyone's joining. Blue, you there, Blue?
Yeah.
What's been going on? I haven't talking to you in a while. Have I? No, I don't think I've spoken to you here in a while. We 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 we,
Nope.
we, we, we throw some insults at each other every now and then. But what's going on with you?
Yep. Everything good. Just been on that grind, uploading videos and streaming and stuff like that, the huge.
What's your favorite game that like that you enjoy streaming the most?
That I enjoy streaming the most. Right now, it always changes. Right now, I'm having a lot of fun with Overwatch just because it's like not that hard to keep up with chat and also play the game.
Uh, what do you play that on
But
PC or you play that on Xbox?
I play it on PC.
Mouse and keyboard?
Sometimes controller. It depends because sometimes I have to get a better mouse and keyboard, to be honest. If anybody has some suggestions, throw them my way because that shit hurts my wrist. Like
Carpal
this,
tunnel?
yeah, I mean, I guess like this keyboard is not made for this. I mean, it's made for it, but it's like not good. Hey guys in chat, thank you for joining.
You know, I just don't like. You know what my thing is with PC? You know, like I hate PC. I just don't like the way the games launch from the desktop crash. I'm just like the simplicity console.
Mhm. Yeah, you're a simple man. We know.
Very simple man who lives a simple life. You
Very
know what I mean?
simple.
Very
Although
simple.
I still play my console. Like I still play Gears, and I'm not gonna lie, like I do have fun yelling at my teammates and and being crazy. And plus, I know the game so well that it's the same. Like I can pay attention to chat and still play the game and be good. But Gears sometimes gets me very angry.
Yeah, that shotgun. 85%. What are you
Yep,
talking
80,
about?
85, or when it's like 99%, and you're like, what the hell?
I had one time that was 103% and it still died. Like that, 103. I still died. Like, shit.
No.
I suppose that you not. I got this shit on tape.
You
I
lying.
swear on anything that's righteous in my life.
Oh
Word
my
up.
god.
I'm like, how do
You should have
103%?
taken a picture or
It's
something.
in the live streams when I was streaming one time. You know what I mean? I'm like,
Oh
really?
my
How do I do 183%? Not what you call, but
god.
yeah, post. I think posting them. There's no D batch today. What's going on? Like I said, if you guys are saying what's up to me, I'll be in the chat one time. In 1 second, I'm just tweeting this out. As you guys come in, you'll be time, like I said, to hit the like button. Like I said, there are a few things that we're going to talk about tonight before we get too heavily off into the show. Um,
We do have King's Blood in the building.
what show? What show? You there? You got it?
Yeah, I'm here, Trump.
Turn your mic up.
Alright.
Like old girl got you trapped in the closet again, bro. You alright? You alright, big fella?
Gears 4 Horde mode? What? I don't play Horde. I'm sorry.
I've never played it either.
I'm a competitive gamer.
EDM and
You trash though.
I'm not trash, baby boo. I'm not trash.
and King of the Hill.
Hold up, my
I
blue
never
voice. Don't talk to me like that.
Oh.
I'm not trash, baby boo. I'm not.
Yeah, but
You laughing? Are you blushing? I'm sorry.
Yeah. And then combing his bed. It's dirty ass. Hey, yo, guy, what's going on with you, though, good brother? Turn your mic up. See, they can barely hear me. I gotta turn the mic up again. What the hell's going on here,
Let me
man?
see.
Mike.
Oh yeah, you're lower. You're lower than us.
I don't know what the hell, man.
Okay. On OBS, turn the desktop volume down.
What about now? How do I sound in the chat now? Testing.
1, 2, 3.
Am I still low?
That's perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
All right.
We got you.
We good. We in there.
We got you.
All right, here we go. Garrett, what's going on with you, good brother?
Man, same old, bro. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, bro.
Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah, same old, man. Just chilling, playing the game. Day off.
Oh, day
Doing
off
what I
today,
do.
man. My man, my man got a part-time job at Target, ripping up cardboard, recycling and
It's
shit.
all good. As long as I ain't got that summer job like you got.
Oh,
Good
this
fella.
nigga's a hater, bro.
I'm back though, man. I had to take a week off because I got like 3 teeth pulled. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nigga been on a gummy bear diet, man. You know, man, what you been playing?
It was rough last week, bro.
Yo, this nigga was high as hell. It's yo Z, man. I'm on them Oxycontins.
Yo, yeah, me out here sound like Z back when he came back and he couldn't pronounce the word. I mean, he was like, "I'm prune."
Hey,
I do have to throw this out there. King's Blood Gaming had no faith in your man Z and said that we weren't gonna do a show today.
Oh yeah, we in there, baby. I'm cooking like
So
Brooklyn, baby.
So you were wrong.
You can ask everybody in the chat about my faith in Z.
You were wrong.
Hey, they know what it is.
But
Ask them how many
wrong.
times they
So
thought
just
a
say it.
podcast was coming on that night.
You were wrong.
Oh man,
you're not gonna say it.
Yeah, hey, Jesse, get out my inbox, bro. Hey, Jesse trying to hustle somebody. I ain't bet you no. I ain't watch the Super Bowl. What is he talking
J-Wags
about?
is in here too.
Yeah. Who's in here?
J-Wags.
Wax, what's up, baby?
What is going on, everybody? I am always late. I think. Am I on time?
Nah,
Yep,
you ain't on
I know,
time. But you
you're
good. You good. You good
okay.
though.
What's going on, Garrett? I heard Neith was in
What's going on,
here.
bro?
Blue, everybody. What's going on?
Hey, Wags, I needed you earlier today, man. I had the supreme
What?
leader of the NW Nation, Black Baron. Black Baron.
Yeah, I know the name.
Yeah. You know the name. You know the swag.
He's not the leader. What's my man name? The one you did the one-on-one with before.
Obi-Wan?
The one, like, yeah, what's going on?
Nah.
What do you say?
Nah. No, let me tell you something. Black Baron, he's the one that started. Hey, y'all call me the Godfather. Black Baron's that dude, man. He just took a vacation because the Wii U got stomped up, but he's back now. You know what I mean? And he's a professional wrestler. You know, he be having a lot going on.
Oh, yeah. I know who that dude is.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So anyway, I had him. We did a one-on-one today. You know, I've been lining it up for a while. We're supposed to be doing this one-on-one. And he was saying a lot of crazy shit today. Like, the Switch is on par, as far as performance-wise with the original, the OG. A lot of crazy shit. Yeah, I listen, bro. Like I said, I would hate to question his integrity, but
Just look at Doom.
yeah, exactly, right? But leave it to him though. He said it runs. Let me soda some, please. It runs just as good. You know what I mean? But I needed you there, Wags. I gotta get your schedule, Wags. When you don't work, when you don't work.
I'm available from 6 to midnight, man, during the week, and the weekends I'm free.
Oh, you're a bouncer or some shit, right? A titty bar. What you?
Nah, man. I'm a paralegal, man.
Oh, whatever the fuck that is. But okay, sounds interesting.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Yeah,
He's
but
a professional, okay?
Hey, man. Yeah, I know.
You give this man respect.
Oh,
Yeah, my man.
You wouldn't know that by the videos, but
Where you be ranting and shit, right? Yeah, but no,
yeah, you wouldn't know that by then, yeah.
Yeah, but
Wait, you were actually doing a good impression of that one game, Shadow of the Colossus, right?
Yeah. I'm really enjoying it, man. I'm about halfway through it. Yeah.
all right.
But anyway, I wish I would have been there. I ain't listened to that video yet, though. But
yeah,
I've heard people say,
hey, yo, and listen, you like to do your rants. Go check that shit out. Make you some rants so I can send that shit up. We gonna line it up with debate you versus Black Baron.
I'll do it, man. I can go ham on the tournament. I know all. I've been covering all that shit. It is nowhere near the power of even the original Xbox One.
Yeah, that's what he said, man. You know what I mean? And any games that don't come to the Switches that they're hating on the end. That's what
hating.
Yeah.
They can't. It can't possibly run on there unless it's severely downgraded. It'd be like
Brother.
480p. Low frame rates. Like Red Dead Redemption 2. There's no way that's gonna run the Switch. Same with like Anthem games like that. Is that a multi-plat? There's no way they're gonna run. It's not possible.
Hey man,
I said it's possible. It's gonna be terrible on there,
brother. I'm saying what the man said. That's all I'm saying. Like I said, just go back.
No, I believe you.
Pick out your points, make your ramps. So I can send that shit to him ASAP. We gonna line that up.
See, I'm already getting upset. Let's let's do it.
All right, for sure. But anyway, another topic that you may want to lead off with, Wags, that you were kind of upset about the whole they say loot crate or microtransactions or. It says here Star Wars Battlefront 2 is getting microtransactions again and prove that EA has learned nothing. What are your thoughts? Then they backed away from the microtransactions because people were about the pricing and stuff.
Yeah.
But they're going back to it.
I talked about this a little while ago. They sold as the whole thing that happened with Star Wars Battlefront 2, the whole debacle. they still after all that, after they pulled back on their on the microtransactions, they still sold 9 million copies. So gamers as a whole really didn't do anything to show EA that they were sick of their shit. Like, yeah, they pulled the microtransactions, but they still sold 9 million, which is a good number for any game. Now it's sold less than the first Battlefront. I think the first Battlefront sold, don't quote me on this, but I think like 14 million.
Okay.
Throughout its life, so it sold less copies, but they still sold 9 million, so they still made money, and they're bringing it back. And I knew they were going to do this. It wasn't when they first announced they were going to pull it back, it wasn't a definite thing. And they said when they pulled them, they were going to bring them back, but they was going to switch up the system to a way that made more sense. And they've been quoted by saying in this recent thing here, when they said they're going to bring them back, they feel, and this is a quote from one of the developers, they feel that microtransactions are good for gaming. So it's here to stay, and I think Activision just released the numbers.
Yeah,
I think they said they made what $7 billion
dollars
last year.
4 billion. I think it was like whatever the case, 4 billion.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
1 point some billion dollars. And they made more of they made more of microtransactions than they did through game sales. So unfortunately, it's here to stay, and companies are going to abandon this, and it's going to get even worse down the line. But it's not just EA; other companies are doing it too. But I don't think these microtransactions are going to go anywhere. They're making way too much money off it, and the sad part is people keep buying it, so it's going to keep happening. Like I said, 9 million sold still after all that happened. It did nothing to show EA that people won't stand for this shit.
Ethos, what do you think? Yeah, no? Bro,
What?
what do you think? Your thoughts?
Eh.
Doesn't bother you? Microtransaction?
I mean, it just seems like this is where everything is headed.
Yeah,
opinion.
I'm back now. Sorry about that.
He's
But yeah,
back.
Blue, you're right. It's absolutely where everything's heading. And at the end of the day, I think it's our job to police microtransactions rather than try to abolish them, because they can do good. You have to admit, Halo 5 is probably an overall better game because you can get free maps and to keep the community together. While I don't completely agree with the way you earn stuff, it is a system that helps the community, and the same goes for Gears of War. Z, would you probably have bought the map packs, or are you happy that they were free? Because you play Gears of War.
I mean,
not even
Gears-
there. But all right, I think you guys get the general idea.
Gears of War, you get the maps when you have the season pass.
Yeah,
but that's for custom games. You can play the multiplayer without the season pass.
Yeah, and that's ridiculous because I bought season pass because I'm a big Gears fan.
But they did that after. They did that later.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Everybody bought the season pass, and then people who didn't buy it still get to play all the maps. I mean, I'm not against people being able to play the maps, but why the hell did I buy the season pass for?
Yeah,
well, it's just like how they gave you. It's just like how they gave you the characters, right? That people were paying for to have.
Mhm.
Oh, well, actually, how about this? Blue, you play Overwatch. That's what you've been saying. Don't you admit Overwatch is kind of better because you get all those maps free? You don't have to pay for any of them?
I mean, yeah, I'm glad that I don't have to pay for the maps. I think that it's better if you just keep these microtransactions when it comes to cosmetics. Yeah, because I personally, I don't buy that shit.
Yeah,
but I'm just like not the type of person to do it. But they make a killing off of the cosmetics. What?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
and you don't want pay-to-win situations like Battlefront originally was. I mean, that's why it had to be abolished in that situation.
Yeah,
J-Wax, you're
was
passionate about
giving
this.
giving people like pluses in the game, like extra health and shit.
Yeah, so like I said, skins, if it's pay to win, fuck that. But if it's skins, I don't really mind it as much. I think some of these prices for these skins are ridiculous. Like, for instance, I know you guys don't like this game, but Fortnite, even though it is a free to play game, I love Fortnite. Yeah, I love playing the game, but I'm saying it has no, it's better than PUBG. No, look, but it has it's free to play, but they do have a base game though. But some of these skins, like they just released, I'm not digging these skins. Like they just released. Did you see that teddy bear skin, Blue?
Yeah,
damn
but
teddy bear.
That's the thing. People love it. Like there's so many people who bought it.
Right, that's fine if people like it, but it's $20 for that one skin.
I haven't bought
$20 for one skin
on Fortnite.
For one skin, yeah.
They started at like 10 or 11.
Yeah,
like,
there's some that are $15, $5 for a glider. It's ridiculous. Bro. But my thing is, I don't really mind the cosmetics too much. But like something like just a good example is DBZ Fighters is just released. You have the base game for $60 because with a healthy roster, I think 24 characters altogether, even if some of them are just base form Vegeta or base form Goku. But there's additional season pass there, and it's $35, and you get 8 fighters with that. So, like I said, they're essentially that's the kind of content I don't like being locked. So essentially, if I want to buy the whole, if I want the whole experience, if I want the whole roster, the game is going to cost me $95. So in all, the game is actually $95 to experience it in its entirety. And that's what I don't like. I think they're upselling a little too much with these microtransactions.
I have no problem with microtransactions. Let
I
it
mean,
be.
I don't have a problem with it either.
I just
Okay.
spent I spent like $25 yesterday on gears. So, and I didn't even like, and what I was looking for, I didn't even get. So
That's my problem.
like, I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I told people, like, if I want it, I'm gonna buy it. It doesn't really matter to me. You know what I'm saying? It's not for everybody. They're not forcing you to buy it. Although a game like Star Wars Battlefront, they still got that thing going on with what was my man's name in that game? Boba Fett. He still got that damn near that godlike shit for if you get into microtransactions. I'm like, come on, man, get that out of here.
Wait,
I-
so are
I-
you
I
trying
agree.
to prove? Are you trying to make sure that everyone in this chat knows that you got money? Why are you lying to them?
Dan,
No, I agree with you, Garrett, as far as you saying, if people have the money, it's their money, they can do what they want to do. My problem is, like I just said, when they lock 8 fighters in a fighting game behind a $35 paywall, that's when you start locking content behind the wall.
J-Wags, that isn't a microtransaction. That's just straight up DLC.
Right,
Every game used to do that.
but that's not additional campaigns, it's not additional maps. Those are characters in the game. I know it's nothing new, and I've said on my channel forever now. I know it's nothing new. It sounds like I'm beating a dead horse here, but it's something. It's going to get progressively worse here, and it's getting worse and worse all the time. Like I said, I don't agree. I don't have a problem with that much with the cosmetic DLC and stuff that doesn't affect in game. My problem is hiding shit behind the paywall. Even this, like, if you want to do season passes or whatever, $40-$50. You remember Star Wars Battlefront 1 had a $50 season pass? Okay,
Yeah.
you bought season pass, and then they didn't
That's a
release
complete
all the
rip-off.
content until it was they released it throughout the year. So it's like one map every month or 2 months, or this character once every 2 months. That's the shit I don't like, man. So essentially, that game cost $110 for the whole experience. I had to wait an additional year to get all the content. And sometimes you buy a season pass, and here's what I don't like. Actually, a lot of times you buy a season pass, and it does not tell you what comes in it at all. It's just like a shot in the dark. So you pay $40-$50 for the season pass, or $30, and you have no idea what you're getting. It all comes out as the game as the year goes by. I don't like that.
But J-Wags, all it's doing is just trying to promote longevity on the games. Just 4 years ago, we were complaining about games not being long enough. Games are only 7 hours, 10 hours to play them. So it's just designed to keep longevity. That's the whole purpose of DLCs in the first place.
Are you talking about Are you talking about single player games though? Because as far as
single player, multiplayer, it didn't matter. If people wanted to play, like, okay, Overwatch. I play Overwatch. Okay. The game gets repetitive after a while. And I think in the last patch, they added moves to some of the characters. Well, that makes it interesting. That now changes the strategy. That now gets you back interested in the game itself.
Right, like I said, like they're going to introduce stuff like that, and I agree with you to increase the longevity, but they're doing it in a way, like I said, now games, if you really invest in the game and you like that game, you want to play that game, you want to experience all the game has to offer, you're going to be paying much more than a $60 price tag. And I understand games cost more to make now, and they have to recoup some of that money. I get all that. But my question is, how much money do they got to make? Because now people are paying a lot of times, Danny, double the price, especially if you get the ultimate special edition. It's like NBA 2K15, $150 goddamn dollars. That was atrocious.
That's crazy.
But
Tenemos dinero.
but now generally, if you really invest in the game, if you really like that game, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna be paying $90 plus to experience everything the game has to offer.
Here's my issue, right? I'm kind of on the fence, right? I don't have a problem for people paying for what you want. Like, example, Gears, right? I play that a lot. I don't like the whole gamble. Like, you get the money in Gears, you can use either in-game current or you can use your own money. And I'm not paying for what I want. It's like a shot in the dark. I don't like the gambling aspect of that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I've been trying to get a Kansas character for like 4 months. I just spent about $40 on boxes. Ain't got one yet.
Right, and
The
of course,
Lotus character, the little skinny.
and of course, and as you know, Z, that's all about design. They want you to keep on buying them, so until you eventually get that piece you want, it'd be better if you could just see the skin you want or see the character you want. Say, I want to buy that character. Right.
Yeah.
I
But are they forcing you?
No,
we do
it's
have
not.
$5
No.
in super chat.
Okay, what is that? Read it.
Daniel J says, Microtransactions don't sound too bad if those games were in Game Pass.
But it's all
Anyway,
games.
Yeah, I mean, but it's not a yeah. You're right, King. It's not a forced thing, like, especially with the cosmetic thing. They're not forcing you to buy it. And
as long as
if you
I'm
want them
not
skins,
as long as I'm not for, because I'm not into making I don't do all the conspiracies and shit about they're gonna do this later on. Like, nah, fuck all that. As long as I'm not being forced, I don't care. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean
But
by force? What do you mean by force?
you gotta force that, as in I gotta buy this to be able to compete with the next player, or I gotta buy this to finish the game. If I'm not forced, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck it, I'll just keep it moving. I wasn't forced to buy money in GTA 5 online. I bought money because I wanted a whole drug running operation, and I wanted a whole fucking. I wanted a whole trailer with fucking turrets on it. That's
right?
why I bought money. That's why I bought money
Yeah,
in GTA 5.
you're right.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
you're
saying?
right.
So I'm not against it. I just don't feel, like I didn't feel like doing missions in those games. Like, uh, I wanted certain skins for my guns and gears. Although I just found out you gotta watch esports to get these damn guns, to get those damn skins. I feel like a damn idiot buying those things, but oh well. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to. Also, I was going for certain characters and I got one of them, so
You
it
gotta
was a good
back
move for
money and
me.
back coke to get money.
I see what you're saying too about that, Gary, as far as you're not forced, even with the cosmetic stuff. But a lot of these things, and the big thing that Star Wars Battlefront 2 got trouble for is they realize that everybody doesn't want to buy it; they want to earn it in game. Which you could do a lot of it. You could earn a lot in game, but they made the grind so tedious and so long that it didn't force people to get them, but it made it a much more viable option to say, hey, I'll spend $5 here, and I'll save myself about 30 goddamn hours of endless grinding. So,
But you know what you sound like when you say that? The same thing you were saying is equivalent to but you could still grind to get it. You know what I'm saying? It's like a chick who want to be skinny.
no,
She could work out or she can go get it chopped off. Which
right,
one you
no.
gonna do?
No, I
You know what I'm
understand. Yeah,
saying?
I understand you can grind,
Get him,
but I mean,
King.
but
Get
the
him.
way they do it though, a lot of these companies is like they make it like by design, so it's just so tedious, like unfairly, like you get nothing for your work, so it
Yeah,
takes
but
you
it
so long. I
kind of
understand.
is what
Yeah,
it is. It's like a mind over matter type of thing when it comes
right.
to
No, I
microtransactions.
agree
Like,
with you. Yeah, I won't do it myself. I'm saying, but a lot of people aren't as patient as us. Like
right.
they're gonna open their wallets up and say,
Sea
fuck
of Thieves could be giving out the Michael Jackson glove. They ain't getting $1 from me. Ever.
it.
Don't start your shit, bro.
It's not happening, big fella. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. It's all about what you like. Now,
Right.
Star Wars, they can't get $1 from me. I'm sorry. It's Star Wars. It's not even a good shooter. It's pretty, but it's just plain Jane. Like
Mhm.
they'll never get $1 from me ever. You know what I'm saying? Never.
Yeah, I played the
What it
I
is.
played the EA Access part of it. And I haven't touched it since. I think I played it for like 2 hours and haven't
Yeah.
touched it since.
I mean, like some
Okay, go.
I like some games they kind of just do it an okay. They do it in an okay manner where I don't mind doing it. Like, you know what I mean? Especially when it's just cosmetic shit that I want. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know you plebs don't know because y'all play on console, but PUBG on like we be online buying clothes, we be selling crates, all those little crates we get from with the clothes and we sell it and all kinds of stuff. But that has nothing to do with the game. That has nothing to do with Bluehole. It's just something we do. We're allowed to do. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
But it is what it is, man. Like I was saying, I like them. I have no problem with them. But if you do it in a fucked up manner where one person is OP off of microtransactions, you fucked up. EA fucked up, and they're holding that super. Like my boy J Wag said, hold that L. EA holding that L right
yeah,
now,
I,
bro.
I agree with Gary. Like I said, it's here to stay. Definitely, like I said, if people want to buy the skins or buy whatever, that's entirely up to them. But my thing here is just like it's only gonna get worse from here as
Okay,
far as
that's what
the,
that's what I wanted to ask you guys. Like, you know what I mean? How gaming is the way it's set up. I guess these games cost a lot to make, and they're very expensive. And I guess no, I mean, you got Activision. Well, they just came out and said they made over $4 billion. They made more.
what was it for? Oh,
It was $4 billion, over $4 billion,
whew, okay.
over $4 billion
Jesus Christ.
on microtransactions. They made that didn't actually selling goddamn software. So this is not going anywhere. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's gonna get any better, but I guess they're gonna find ways to. Man, I don't know. I'm like on the fence. I don't like the gambling aspect of it. Like on Gears, and I love Gears. If I want a character and you're selling it to me, I can't grind and get it and unlock it. Let me pay for what I want. I don't like the whole mystery. You know what I mean? Like you pulling a goddamn slot machine. You know what I mean? That's my only issue. I mean, because you don't have to do it, but that's my issue with that. I mean,
Is 2K in here? Is Mighty Moss in here?
no, Mighty Mo's sick.
He's sick.
Okay.
I mean, but
he's talking shit.
You saw that comment.
Yeah, he's like shit
Mighty
in
Mouse
chat.
got pink eye in both eyes.
Mighty Mouse is always sick. Like he needs to be in a containment.
you said
center.
Mighty
Man
Mouse-
wasn't breastfed when he was young. I don't know what's going on.
You
with
said-
him.
He
you
needs to put himself in a bubble.
said his T cells fucked up. It's fucked up. I mean,
Yeah, but to finish it off, this you guys can't. Like I said, if people want to buy it, fine. But there's some of these are just ridiculous. Like I said, $20 for one outfit. There's other games are doing that too. That's absurd for one outfit. Same with like I know you guys. I am Friday the 13th. I've covered that game a lot. They're charging $2 for emotes. They're charging for kill animations, like for Jason's kills. It's called premium kill pack. So it's $3 for for 3 kills.
you know what? I ain't trying to be funny. Then that game should have been fucking free. That was dog shit.
It should have. It should have. Yeah.
That was some dog shit there. You know what I mean?
It still ain't working, man. It's ridiculous. But like I said, they're charging all this money. The game isn't even working right. They don't have dedicated servers. They're charging for animations and emotes, and that's why I don't like it. It's getting to that point where it's just like where we draw the line at, because I couldn't believe they were charging for emotes.
I mean,
and not just like included like in a bonus edition like Star Wars did. The first one, if you pre-ordered it, it came with 3 emotes or whatever. Or if you got the standard or the deluxe edition, this was straight up here's 3 emotes for $5. That's just insane.
But, I mean, hey man, I guess if you, I mean, I'm gonna put your foot down. But something I want to talk. Something that came out again today. Numbers. We all know who Z Huge is. He blocked me on Twitter for whatever reason. I think he had a beef with Crap or Mooch. I don't know who to forget him, but I know I got blocked. I never even spoke to the guy. But if you don't know, that's the guy who gets the MPD numbers. I also know Kevin Dent. I know he gets a few other people that know that gets the actual numbers. Worldwide sales, I think more or less for the Xbox One platform, is sitting about at 35 million.
Exposed.
That doesn't sound accurate at all.
Talk to me. What's going on? Why?
Wasn't it sitting at 35 around this same time last year? You mean to tell me they didn't sell a single console between then and now?
Shit.
MPD only do American. They don't do worldwide.
Thank you. So exactly.
That
Thank you,
don't even
Post
sound
Up.
right.
So that's what I'm saying.
But maybe that means 35 million in North America.
No.
Well, then that's good.
At the end of the day, when it comes down to it, you got to think of it like this. Until Microsoft announces it, you don't know. These numbers, they got these numbers based off of some study. Like, come on, man. That's just America alone. But how it sounds to me, I couldn't tell you. Like, I'm sorry, but this whole Xbox One is all like, you don't know. Everything is just speculation because they don't care to tell you. They want to tell you how many bullets they shot, how many clips you let drop the ground after you reloaded in video games. Like, that's all Microsoft wants to tell you. They don't care how many they sold at the end of the day. Like, they're all about
Well, King, let me ask you.
at this moment.
King, let me ask you, do you care how many they sold? Or are you only interested in the games?
I care that they're successful so they can keep bringing me these games. So
Oh, well, I mean,
selling
success is not
units-
a problem.
if selling
That's
units
definitely
makes them
not an
money,
issue for Microsoft.
yeah, for Microsoft as a whole, not for their Xbox division. Now, if selling hardware makes them successful, cool. Selling software makes them successful, cool. Those sound like what Microsoft is looking for. You ask me, but also they're in the selling services now. So I hope y'all keep buying all them services up. I'll just keep buying the games.
If those are the real numbers, 35 million, that's pretty bad. If that's an accurate number,
they can't be the right numbers. It was
I'm sorry.
35 last year.
So let me ask you this.
No, I'm not questioning. Like I said, I don't know, how reputable the sources are. I'm just saying if that is real number, that is atrocious for
Was
5
the
years in
360
generation.
was the 360 bad? This ain't 5. Is this 5 years in?
Yeah, this isn't 5 years.
It's almost 5 years.
Almost 5
It's
years,
like
yeah.
4 and some change. A 4 and a little.
It
4 and a
doesn't make
half.
sense. Last year they was at 30 million. The year
but,
before that they only sold 30 million. Which is it? Which is it? I mean, they've been saying it for the
they
last
might
2 or 3 years
be.
that
They might be at
Microsoft
35
only got
here.
30 million. It doesn't make sense.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, what is placing at 70 million, 2 to 1?
What PS4 70-some million, I think. Yeah. 70 plus.
Well, the reason I was asking because for a while Microsoft said it's been their most successful console launch since they've been doing it. It was outpacing the 360, and some other numbers had the 360 at about 36 million at the same time. You know what I mean? So now it's under the 360. But the X, according to them, these numbers has outsold the Pro in the States. So I guess maybe that is a silver lining there.
We said that.
Same
said
guy.
that?
Same guy.
I said we called that before the X dropped.
So
We
you
said it was going to outsell the Pro.
I still remember that Beastfire episode when we had, I think his name was Jay Centuries, and he was on something else, but we'll leave that alone.
Oh yeah,
It outsold the Pro. What
J Wag starting mess. J Wag trying to start a mess.
No, I'm saying like it outsold like what since its release since. Like what's the numbers? Like how much is sold? It's outsold PS4 Pro in what months?
In North America, it surpassed the PS4 Pro in North America.
Okay, yeah, since it's been out, right? Not in overall sales.
No, in overall sales, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it should. It should. Honestly, I mean, it's new hardware released in November, so it should.
Well, I mean, the Pro came out last November. Had a year in the market.
Yeah, so you're saying it's beat the Pro since the Pro's been released?
According to this, yes, according to these numbers. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, if that's the case, that's impressive. But
hold up, because I could have swore I read that they were talking about within the same time frame, which is a few months. It was beating the Pro. So are we right on that, right?
That's what I'm asking. Yeah, like what time frame we're talking about here?
No, the One X has caught the Pro. Like it's not even close anymore.
I don't know, bro. Like.
What
I would mean the One X sold like a few million or something like that.
I don't think the Pro sold a few million. They
Bro,
said Sony said at one point in time,
if it was, they said it was 1 out of every 5, but look how many million they sold last year. So you do the math out of 1 out of every 5 of that.
I mean, how's he gauging that? I mean, like where are the numbers at for the Pro versus?
They don't have any solid numbers.
Right. It's all together, right?
Hey,
with the Xbox One S and PS4 Slim.
Is that link in our
no
broadband link?
Yeah. Let me check it. But I don't know. I always thought the Xbox was somewhere between 35 and 42, but I could be wrong too. You know what I mean? That's just my thoughts.
I mean, even if it is 40 plus, it's still the main narrative here that's going to be pushed is, and it does look bad. The Xbox is still, even if they're at 40, they're still 30 million or more below their competition. That's the main thing here. Their direct competitor.
That's what it says here. It says Microsoft reported sold close to 35 million Xbox One console, and its Xbox One X is said to have been outselling the PS4 Pro in the US. So it's outselling it.
Yeah, so it's outselling it currently. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I believe it.
Okay. I stand corrected. They applied when the Xbox is outselling the Pro. The X got also really good start.
Yeah, I think it's in the same time because he says when it's aligned.
Okay.
So yeah, I think King's Blood's right.
Stop releasing some of them. So yep. So it's outselling it. I don't know, but here's the thing, with my opinion, and you guys, I want to get you guys' opinion. This generation is over. Microsoft, I don't care if they drop the price of the X down to $300. They're never going to catch Sony. And here's the thing, even leading into next generation. Like I said, we just got the Pro last year. We got the X this year. I'm happy and fine with my X. I mean, say what you may, whatever. The Switch is a 9th generation console. It's Nintendo's 9th generation offering. I do expect, I will hope that Microsoft would meet Sony their day and date with their next console whenever they choose to release the PlayStation 5. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But what are you going to say? 2021? And I will say this: Microsoft can't afford to give Sony a year head start. You know what I mean? And it's kind of like, you know what I mean? They can't afford to do that. You know what I mean? So this is my honest opinion, especially if they don't have, I don't know, maybe their messaging. Like we talked about this yesterday on BGST. Like to me, their messaging this generation has been up, down, frown, sometime down, sometime up. I don't know what the hell. And like I said, exclusives. Like you say what you want about Sony, and like I said, we talked about this on BGST. Neithus had a unique take on it, but like I don't know, like this, Spider-Man, God of War, No Days Gone, The Last of Us. I would really rather play those than Sea of Thieves. That's just my opinion. You know what I mean? I have yet to play Sea of Thieves. You know what I mean? Maybe what do you call it? State of Decay 2, maybe the shining bright spot for Microsoft for this year. I'm not really too sold on Crackdown. I don't know yet. You know what I mean? And then maybe Forza Horizon 4, but Microsoft needs those. You know what I mean? No, we're not really known for that, but we need something outside of the
This whole
Gears of War and Halo.
been bogus.
Talk to me.
It's been a bogus generation, man. It's been dull. It's nothing that's been out. The only thing that really had some really good shine is PUBG. But other than that, there ain't been no genre defining games. Ain't nothing really special that's been put out. We probably more than likely we've just been getting the same games from last generation with just better graphics. Um, I mean, it's just been disappointing. I mean, in the 360 hour, it was fun, man. 360 hour was fun. Even the OG hour was fun. You had a lot of content, a lot of games. It was crazy. But this generation, it's just feel like
This generation,
Yeah, it's been dry, man. Like I said, I
this
think
generation
it's
is
dull.
all business. It's all
Yeah,
business. If you look at
yeah,
it, that's why you
yeah.
don't see certain like me. I'm a
That's
mech.
where to put it, King.
I'm a mech game player. I have there has not been a mech. Has there
Y'all
even been
play
maybe that I forgot what that
Embodiment is one
Asian
we can
game
discuss
is.
in your
I
channel.
forgot what that is. But
the surge.
as far as
that's
something
called Armor Core.
yeah, probably
Oh,
one of those. I don't know, but I haven't seen like there's been no Mech Assault or anything like that or Chrome Hounds. We haven't had none of that. It's all about what sold last generation is what you see this generation. That's why you see a lot of first person shooters. Sony proved that you could sell single player RPGs and shit like that. That's why you see a lot of those this generation. Like you're not seeing a lot of. I mean, well, indies. Some indies are doing their thing this generation. I gotta give them that. I mean, but it's just that the variety just isn't there for me. So
We
It's
do
not
have a
there.
call.
Yep.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Operation is
We got
in
a
here.
call.
Yeah.
Y'all hear me?
We hear you.
Yeah, we
It's
hear
something
you.
about the crap, bro. I'm just giving my
I'm sorry.
opinion, man. It's just
My fault.
it's
It
been
was
dull
my
across the board. I mean, even on the Sony side, they got some great games out, but a lot of the stuff we was getting
Like
last
what?
year. If you look at Detroit, Detroit is nothing but a what was the game that came out on the PS2? What was
Tony,
PS3?
I'm gonna
talking
call
about-
it with I'm gonna call it with Mr. 100 call. It ain't nothing but an adult telltale game. Fuck out of here.
Yeah,
That's exactly what it is.
it's just even and I'm an Xbox fan and I love Xbox, but it's nothing on the Xbox side that's been have me super excited. Even from what even a Halo 6, I know Halo 6 but I'm not super excited about it. I know it's coming. I want to
I
see
am.
some I mean, I'm not as excited as I would have been like back in the day. Halo 2 people was on charge. Halo 3 people was going crazy. I'm not like that no more. You know what I'm saying? Even it's just been a dull that generation. It's just like
Yeah,
King said. It's been more so about business than putting out great content. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I agree. I think Gears 4 is the last, big, not blockbuster, but that's the big, exciting game we got. And since then, you got Cuphead since then, which was a great indie game, and then
Even Gears.
since then, PUBG
I
is the
played
biggest thing
Gears
that's
solo
console.
mission. I wasn't. It didn't. It was dope to me, but it wasn't. It wasn't like the first Gear hit
No,
on
no, yeah,
360.
right.
That first Gear was like came out of nowhere. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? And people still think Gears 2 or Gears 3 is even better than Gears 4. I just want.
oh, yeah, I agree with
I
that.
have no. It's been where my Ninja Gaiden at? Where my action third base action game? So even though that's on the Sony side, I want to get that on the Xbox side. What my, Japanese,
The sad thing is, like, Xbox can do it.
50,000 hit combo and go to the next. Besides Killer Instinct, but I just
Well,
Let's
I
see.
got okay. Well, I'm so ask your question. I got to answer that.
Hold up.
Yeah,
Let's
what's your
let
question?
Operation talk.
What's your question?
Yeah.
Well, I'm a little late on this. Sorry about that. But going back to like the 36 million Xbox Ones, did last year Zhang Hughes saying the Xbox division was like cutting down resource for Xbox division, and like Phil Spencer come back and, like shut that shit down. Did that happen?
Can you repeat that?
He said last year didn't Z Huge say that Microsoft was cutting back on the Xbox division?
Yeah, if Phil came out and like just debunked that shit, then like a couple months later, Phil got a promotion. After that, like Matt Bowie got a promotion.
Yeah, I know what
At
you were
this
talking
point,
about.
right?
I know.
Yeah.
I know what you were talking
At
about.
this
Yeah,
point,
it's
his
what.
everybody's a little shoddy right now. So like, you can take it with a grain of salt at this point. Cause it's a little shoddy at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was rumors back last year about them cutting down on the division. That probably was due to them still being under the Windows division and being under Terry Myerson. I
Yeah.
think now that they're their own separate division now, and Phil is taking over. They got the check from Natalia's. Is it just all about what we see within the next year or something? But this is just across the board. Period. I just feel as though game wise, it's just been the same old, same old.
Oh yeah.
You
It feels
know,
like they didn't take him seriously up until recently. The two big
yeah,
promotions they just had, like they didn't care up until now. That's what it
yeah,
seems like.
yeah,
Okay, well, I here's
Going
the.
back to the prevalent.
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Oh,
Thanks
go
for
ahead.
joining the show, Operation.
Thank
No
you.
problem. Here's my opinion that not my opinion. Well, the reason why I've also said this many times why this generation has been very lackluster. This has been the only generation that I can recall. If I'm wrong, I do stand corrected. Corrected. I'm sorry. When the Super Nintendo came out, that was it for the NES, right? When the Genesis came out, that was it for the Sega Mass. This generation, when the PS4 came out and the Xbox One, they were still supporting the PS3 and the 360. Some of both consoles, even the biggest multiplats, you can get on both consoles. Like you got with Tomb Raider was huge, right? You could have bought that on 360. Forza Horizon 2, Titanfall, you can get that on the 360. You know what I mean? Little Big Planet, you can get that on the PS. I mean, even Destiny was a huge multiplayer. You were able to get that on how you say on older platforms. You know what I mean? So maybe what could have been an important argument now is I said that this generation we didn't get as many big IPs like we got. Like we can kind of I'll give you an example. Kind of on one hand, I remember you go back to the seventh generation. Assassin's Creed was totally a new genre, something new, right? Fresh, wow. You know what I mean? Gears of War, something new, totally fresh, wow. Uncharted series, something new, wow. The Last of Us 2. We haven't really got them old shit brand new. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm a little skeptical. I don't know if this generation is going to end in 2021 because we still haven't really gotten that old shit brand new genres of games yet. You know what I mean? In my opinion, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah, that's a good point. It's been a way across all platforms too. Sony, Nintendo, and
Exactly.
PS4, yeah.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
all just either rehashing old franchises or I mean, Sea of Thieves is a new IP. I'll give it that. They're trying something new, but
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
but
like
I'm
Thieves
not
is
too
unique.
out the window for that. I mean, it's fun, but that's nothing I'm jumping out of
no,
the
yeah,
window.
I agree with
No.
you. But
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, that's a good point
It's
that you made. Yeah, across all platforms, it's been that way. This whole I haven't even thought about that. Yeah, for most part, it's been nothing new, nothing no
and
wow factor.
I kind of complain to gamers because it's been with us. It's been more so bring back this title or remake this title
did we
or
really, or was what
what,
they was giving us? And I'm not. Both companies did. Was Sony was the king of remastering or remake whatever at the start of the generation. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. But you gotta look at this. They lost so much money with Microsoft and Sony last generation. Of course, Microsoft with the Red Ring of Death, and then Sony with the Blu-ray and the cell processor X, Y, and Z, right?
Mhm.
And no, like I said, when new consoles come out, I know for me, we buy everything to see what the game is going to look like on new hardware. And I said this back then. Now, what's greatest maybe Tomb Raider may have looked, but that game still had to fit around the parameters of half a gig of RAM on the goddamn 360. So we really didn't get the Tomb Raider that we should have got, quote unquote, a next generation version of Tomb Raider, a shinier version. You know what I mean? But the game, if they just had to work on the Xbox One or a console, you know what I mean? The game, and someone, I forgot who, I'm not going to say name, get me down about it. Even with Forza Horizon 2 or even Titanfall, they did that to cover to make sure they got their money back because those consoles install base wasn't as big as they are now. You know what I mean? That really helped, trust me. And then, like I said, I know some people in this one, that really helped, maybe did more harm than good. Held this generation back.
T-shirt and say I know some people that
They know some people, you know what I mean? They held this generation back, you know what I mean? But still, I don't give a fuck what a half a gig RAM is a half a gig RAM, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it is what it is, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. It's just been.
You
It's
said
just
now I
been
mean like 5
disappointing.
times, bro.
It's just
You know
been
what I mean?
disappointing, man. And we as gamers, we gotta ask for more. We gotta start demanding more out of these developers. If they're gonna demand money with and
You
find
can
different ways
demand
to
all
give
you want.
more.
But
To find ways
The
to
thing
get
is
more
that they're
money
not
out of
gonna they're
us.
not gonna they're not gonna give more if what they're doing is working.
yeah, exactly,
Mhm.
Blue. And plus,
Right.
you have to also realize we don't always know what we're asking for. Like, no one was technically asking for PUBG, but look at that game now. It's a phenomenon. No one was asking for Minecraft, but look at that. It's also a phenomenon. Like,
Boo.
developers have to come. I know you might not like Minecraft.
You're such a hater. Let them
Minecraft, no,
have
Minecraft dog shit,
it.
bro. All right, go
Let
ahead.
them
Sorry, Needles. Sorry,
have it
Needles.
though.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. But yeah, these developers have to reach out and make new games because consumers don't always know what they want, and that's the fact.
I know what I want.
What do you want? What do you
But
I
you
want?
can
want.
say that for every game that just came out that we didn't know we wanted. You can say that
Something
for
that's
every
everything
game.
that's
Exactly.
innovative, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
But
I ain't got it. Listen, I ain't with all that innovation. Say that shit for Nintendo. I ain't with all that slick shit, bro. I just want some mature, fucking new game. I'm just from the Microsoft side of things, right? I want mature titles. I mean, as far as art style, you know what I mean? Gritty, grimy, you know what I mean? And that's given the same AAA budget, you know what I mean? Like they
You ain't
do with
gonna
the
beat it.
Gears and or Halo. That's what I want. You know what I mean?
Hey
I
man, they
this
in the
nigga
pipe.
want
They
her.
in the pipe, man. They ain't gonna come for a minute, bro.
This nigga want her with some Daisy Dukes on and an AR.
Oh yeah, you got it. No ifs, no buts about it.
Gary, yeah, no, Garrett's right. You're not going to get that for a while, but Z at least wants you to show him it's coming.
Um,
Yeah.
That's a huge problem.
We'll see what they do at E3. If Phil gonna hold on to his
But
wait
I
until
don't
it's
know,
a
man.
year
How many
out or
E3s
not
are we gonna
It's
give
much.
him,
really
though?
small at E3 this year. Did y'all see that?
I heard we back
I
looking at
think
fourth
space
place.
is like super. You had to zoom in just to see it.
They said Capcom had more floor space than Microsoft. I don't know what the hell going. I don't know what the hell going on, bro.
That's crazy because usually, I think
Did you
even
say floor
Nintendo got
space
more
or
small.
did you
More
say the
floor
size
space.
of the stage?
The
Floor
floor
space,
space,
floor space.
like it's way smaller than what it was.
They just don't mean
It's
shit.
super small. Capcom got more. If Capcom got more space than
I'm about to say,
Microsoft,
what has
it's
Capcom
small.
released besides Monster Hunter?
You know what I'm saying?
Resident Evil 7. Capcom's doing it.
I don't know. Hopefully they don't need. They saying we don't need that much space to deliver games. I don't know. Hopefully,
Man.
I don't know. But hope we get some
This is
good
one
games this year.
depressing beast fire. All right,
Now, yeah, I listen. Like I said yesterday, we gotta be. Listen, if you want your preferred company or platform to do better, you have to be honest. I mean, fuck all that. You know what I mean? I'll listen. Hey, listen, motherfuckers again call me anything but a child of God. When I was bugging about that Phantom Dust and original assets and Voodoo Vince and all that shit, they look like I'm crazy.
Man,
Like,
listen.
yeah, I'm
At the
bugging.
end of the day, we're a couple months out from State of Decay 2, will probably be my most anticipated game of the year. So all that y'all talking about, hey man, I don't know, big fella. Y'all all right over there, man? Y'all seem a little
You
down
want to
for
know what's
nothing.
wrong, Garrett?
No, I'm good. I'm just being
But
honest.
okay, look. I listen. Me myself, listen.
Controlling and stuff
But
like
listen,
that.
here's it. You're right. State of Decay 2, right? Check it out. State of Decay 2, right? I'm looking forward to State of Decay 2, but I don't know shit about it. You understand what I'm saying?
Play the
Wait.
first-
I know.
You don't know nothing about Sony games.
What? Spider-Man? God of War?
Damn.
What?
Damn.
What are you talking about? Spider-Man?
How much do you know about? How much? I'm not talking
Nigga?
about just Spider-Man. You know what I'm talking about.
What you talking about?
Those games.
Go,
What game?
Wait on it.
What happened?
Wait on it.
Down.
What happened? What games you talking about? God of
I'm
War?
talking about most of their games. Like,
Nigga, I don't play Chop 637. I'm playing Spider-Man. I'm playing God of War.
that's 'cause you
Motherfucker.
trash. Like, I
Nigga,
ain't
get your
none of
dog
that
shit. Nigga, your bed smell like cat food. Fuck is you talking about?
Trash.
Fuck is you talking about? I don't play all that. I don't play Yakuza 17.80. Nah, I'm talking about the big
Bruh.
shit. The meat and the potato, the guns and the butter.
At the end of the day, I'm gonna get this State of Decay 2. I'm gonna get I might get Sea of Thieves. It all depends on how many people get it. I'll buy it. It depends on how many people get it, but if I got a lot of people getting it, I'll buy it. That's what happens when you're all around gamer and you got everything.
That 4-player
Why would I
co-op
want-
gonna be
when I
crazy
want it?
on that State of Decay.
Mhm.
It ain't
It's
time
gonna
for
be crazy.
as an Xbox
You just gotta worry
Xbox
about the
guy.
performance.
You gonna be all right this year. You ain't gotta cry about it. You gonna be all right, big
Nigga.
fella.
Nobody crying, big fella.
Nah,
Man,
nigga.
while we're being honest, what do you guys think about Crackdown? Because this game keeps getting delayed, and we haven't seen shit.
I've never.
Like honestly, the snippets we've seen are
I have no
Crackdown
idea
gonna be
anymore.
trash.
Yeah.
That's
Crackdown
why.
gonna be alright. Crackdown gonna be
it's
alright.
gonna be alright. Well,
Yeah.
what do you guys think?
Listen.
I'm not
I
saying it's gonna be the title of the game of the year, but
But they keep talking about cloud computing and everything, and we've never even seen it. Like from a
nigga, I've
from,
been hearing
a
about
trailer
cloud
or
computers
anything.
since 2013, bro.
Hey, Zaire was the only one out there selling the cloud for a minute. I don't know what
Hey,
you're
Well, shit, that
Let
was
me tell
back
you
in the
something, bro.
heyday.
It's because of Microsoft. I no longer believe in Jesus, bro. Listen, I no longer believe my man on the cloud with the thunderbolt. It's because of these motherfuckers. I'm done. I'm a realist right now, bro.
Hey, Z, you
I'm
ain't
a real-
shit, bro.
I'm
I
a
like how
realist.
you turned that around too.
Yeah, I'm a realist right now, bro.
Yeah, man. Developers are excited.
But
about
why
it, bro.
haven't they shown it? That's like what I'm worried.
That's what I'm saying. Even getting back to look.
Crackdown gonna get a 72 on Metacritic.
Fuck the Metacritic.
Or
Look,
less.
that's what I'm saying. Even about the game, which I'm interested in, like fucking State of Decay 2. Comes out in 2, 3, 4 months, whatever. They should have a beta right now for the Twitchers or the live streamers. Something going on right now. I don't know
That's
shit
the
about.
release date
You know,
for
Like
Crackdown.
that's what Sea of Thieves did,
That's
right?
why-
But people,
that's 'cause they
but people
tryna-
were, but people were acting like that's the only reason why it was popular and things like that. But like y'all don't understand, streamers make a big difference in these games. You have a whole
They
bunch of
do.
people streaming these games, it will get you some sales.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
And matter of fact, with Sea of Thieves, they was putting out information and videos on YouTube for a while. I don't know if people was following their YouTube channel and all the updates and things they was doing on the game. They put out a lot of information about that game. They earned the attention that game is getting right now because they kept the gamers in the know. Even the people that was in the alpha, they kept you in the know. Up until recently, they started putting out, give you more information as far as the gameplay and the mechanics and what you're going to be able to do in the game, which is good. But they was consistent with the information and the updates.
Yeah, and
yeah,
they've
yeah,
had a
they
lot
were.
of beta testers. Now that all those beta testers know they only played like 20%, man, that has me
Yeah.
hyped. I know there's a lot of content.
Yeah, you know, we got somebody on the show, King, who was trashing it.
Oh man.
You know, he was talking real groovy about it. Then we got that same day he was talking real groovy about it. He hopped on Sea of Thieves with us, big fella.
Hey,
Now it's his game of the year.
I was
And
so
we had this time he wasn't standing around. He wasn't
so-
standing around. He was actually what we got
Oh,
about
God,
5
I
or
was
6
so
chests that
bored.
game, Dan?
Yeah, I remember they people watching me fall asleep on stream. I got so sleepy I
You
jumped the plank.
such
that
a
was-
liar. There's
We're
a
having a ton of fun.
I
That
got
was
it on
when
Bro.
video.
was
I
with
got it
Blue.
on video. I swear to
Bro.
God,
He
I
was
jumped the
playing
plank
with
and went to
Blue.
sleep.
Yo, you
talking
wanted
about
to
with
play
you.
with me. You said, "Hey, are you gonna be on Sea of Thieves?" And I was like, "Come through." And you were like,
all saw it.
"Okay."
I
Yes.
like to try to get
Don't
it
play around.
because I
I'm
like to
talking
try to
about when
get
that
it
little
in the
PlayStation dude popped up on our game. I forgot. He had a real well, I ain't gonna even say that. He had a real goofy name. But he had hopped in our game because he said he had brought an Xbox just to play Sea of Thieves.
Damn.
And that he was
Yeah.
like in the debater. You know what I'm saying?
Beat to the hell.
And right before we got off, he was saying that. But that night it was me, King, Mass, D, and a couple of other more people. We got like 5.
Oh yeah,
We
and
completed the whole mission.
I think.
We completed the whole mission.
Does this game have a story? Does it have like I don't know.
We don't know.
No, it got missions, man. Like you, once you get whatever,
Make your own
power
story,
you
Z.
with-
Make your own story, man.
Yeah, basically.
I ain't keep it funky, bro. I don't give a
If
fuck
they-
about them Sea of Thieves.
Two stories, man. If they give Z more than 2 things to do, he get confused.
Oh shit! Yo, hey, wait, hold up, yo. They said, they found DMX with no pulse, passed out with a woolly in his pocket. Fuck that nigga.
Are you guys reading chat at all?
Yeah.
Weird shit going down here.
They talking about Alex.
tonight.
I see you and Alex in the conversation flirting.
Alex is asking for pictures of my
No.
feet.
Yeah,
Oh my
Alex.
God.
Yeah,
What's
Alex.
happening here?
Yeah, Alex.
Disgusting.
Yeah, Alex. She got fur on her
Bro.
feet, Alex.
Bro.
corn eating ass, boy. Told you
Bruh.
I'm eating
This
ass.
guy with,
boy.
yeah, corn eating ass with some whipped cream. Look, we don't need this. We don't need this. If you want corns, you best look for someone else.
Damn.
Hey, did you guys see PUBG. I mean, not PUBG. Fortnite getting that 60 frames per second mode.
Yes, sir.
Ah,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Before PUBG, just saying.
Is this gonna force other developers to
All right.
step
Just
up and do the
saying.
same?
So let me keep it all the way a buckle. Fortnite got it on console, bro. Like far as the whole battle royale genre, they got it on console. I mean, Epic. Let's be real. Epic is a better developer than Bluehole. So of course, like their game is more stable. Even before they got the 60 frames per second, it was 30 locked on Fortnite. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it
PUBG
was
dropping
smooth.
down
Yeah.
to 10 frames per second. You know what I'm saying? But them getting this 60 even on OG consoles because they had the balls to put it on there, unlike Bluehole, who I don't know, they just want to do 1080p and 4K. They had the balls to drop it so everybody can get 60. I gotta tip my hat to them. They did that thing. So respect to them. They got it on console because PUBG on console is PUBG. Ain't nobody I'm not playing that
It's
shit. But y'all got that
so
all day long, bro. That shit slow is all
Yeah,
that
it's
input
bad,
lag,
man.
got that.
It's gotten a tad bit better. I was playing with Neethles actually.
Yeah, but to say, don't you turn that on me. You
No,
were playing
yeah, I
it
wasn't.
every night.
Hey, I played
You were
with you.
playing it every night.
Listen, my friends forced me to play it. Like I said, it's gotten
Yeah,
better.
you
I played it. I played the beginning. I've been keeping up with it.
He was like,
No,
don't you dare,
no,
don't you
I
dare.
know.
The
You,
party. Yo,
Neethles.
he hopped in the party with me. He's like, man, this shit got better.
Neethles said, "Hey, you trying to play some PUBG?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll play one with you." I hopped in there. I told you, I said it's gotten better, but what I said I think it's still awful.
You said it
still
was
gives me a headache.
playable.
It's playable now. Yeah, it doesn't mean it's good. Like so Fortnite's been well optimized since release.
Yeah,
It's
you
gotten
want
better.
to know what
I would
Fortnite
love to
has?
experience- I
Hey,
would love to
sorry.
experience PUBG on a PC.
Yes,
and see
you
what it's
should
really like.
experience it because it is superior there. But you want to know what PUBG has over Fortnite? It's actually fun to play.
Fortnite's fun as hell.
But
No,
no,
Fortnite
it's
trash.
I
not.
played
It
PUBG.
is
I
trash.
played
played
Fortnite earlier
Fortnite.
today. I played
Played
Fortnite earlier
one
today.
time.
It's gonna make y'all mad. It's gonna make y'all mad. Fortnite takes more skill than PUBG. I was joking. I was
Yeah,
joking.
you know it.
All right, let me say this. Let me say this.
You got
Hey,
the blood.
hey, I played Fortnite earlier today. I swear to God, in the middle of a shootout, a motherfucker built the whole house. I said, "Holy shit, yo, I'm fucking done."
I
Oh
can't take
God,
that
I got it
serious.
recorded.
And most people who
Hey.
don't play Fortnite or don't like Fortnite because of the building is because they
Hey,
are
Keith.
trash at it.
Hey, King,
Yeah,
you
right.
couldn't even
It's
say
got
it
a
was
big
cheating,
learning
bruh.
curve.
You
Bruh.
couldn't even say
Y'all
it was
are trash
cheating.
at building. Stop this
Yo, Mighty
nonsense.
Moss.
Hey, motherfuckers, you get in a shootout in Fortnite. Pew, 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 pew. Fuck, I'm finna build a house.
Hey, bro, let me
That's
tell
how
you
it
something.
goes. Too.
It's where let me tell you something. I'd rather be cheated in third person on PUBG on PC than to see what I seen earlier on PUBG. I mean on Fortnite. These motherfuckers built a ramp up like 40 stories in the sky and were like just keep building like more of a bridge to go
It's
into the
fucking
circle.
dumb.
I said, what?
Bro, it's part of the game. It's part of the game.
Yeah, but it's still-
Every game needs a
Man,
different
get outta
thing
here.
to
Yeah.
make
Get
it
outta here.
different, to make it stand
No.
out. Does it
Blue-
not?
That
Blue
shit
If it,
knows,
were
though.
if it were exactly, I'm not saying it's better than PUBG. It's different than PUBG,
That
and
shit
that's what
Yo.
matters.
Yo,
Right. Yeah.
Plus, that shit is free. That shit is free. They're making a
It's
killing.
free too.
They're
It's free.
making
You
a
gotta see
killing
that.
off of these freaking microtransactions. You don't understand how many people buy those things. Like,
yo,
they
And the
have
battle pass,
dances.
yeah.
They
bruh,
have
on
dances. They
Fortnite.
have everything.
Hell no. On Fortnite, you like, man, bro, I'm about to die. You got a health pack? No. What we gonna
Yeah,
do?
like-
I'm about to build a barn
Hey.
so we can chill.
Hey.
We
No.
can get our health
Hey,
pack.
y'all keep trashing that shit, man. Let me tell you what. I've never got kicked
Yo.
out. My game never crashed once
Hey.
on Fortnite.
Hey, they
No,
get
it's
hit
not.
with
It's
an AR-15 and a nigga building a house on them.
you heard that? My game never crashed on.
Bruh, it's crazy. Nigga
Crash
getting
one
hit
out-
with an
one out of three games
AR-15
on,
and building a
PUBG.
house at the Bob the Builder characters.
Bro,
Nah,
that
but-
building is fun. I'm not gonna lie.
Nah, but I
But
respect
PUBG is definitely way more competitive. Definitely way more
Right, I agree.
hardcore.
I agree with that.
Way more hardcore, and the hitboxes on that is way more realistic.
Mhm.
Like, you fucking shoot somebody on freaking Fortnite, and honestly, like, they'll shoot my toe and I'll just go down. Like, that honestly has happened to me
Mhm.
before with a
Hey,
sniper.
hey, real quick, Neethles, you should have saw it, man. The first time I played PUBG again recently, I was playing with my boys who play it all the time, and I started getting shot at, and I started spinning in a circle trying to build. They're like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I was like, "Oh, man." I said, "Oh, I forgot."
Damn.
I like
Yeah, I
how
don't know.
Mass is talking shit in the chat. Like, Mass, no, come here. Do you even play Fortnite? Do you even play Fortnite?
But
Let me
all
talk
those
to
things
you.
that make Fortnite unique, like I don't know, it takes away like the intensity for me. So that's why I personally just don't like it. Like I don't like building and shit. And I don't like how there's like dance emotes because isn't there like a grenade you can make people dance with?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Let's
Like
right.
yeah, I can't do any of that, man. That's just
a man. We was in the
Dude,
middle of
but
a
what
shootout. The man was running towards me and turned into Brand the Builder and built a whole fucking stairway with a wall and shit in the sky. I said,
Hey,
"What?"
hey, Blue. The first time I saw them
Dance.
that skin, it's like the guy with like it's like the wood guy, like the
The Nutcracker?
yeah, he scared the shit out of me. He
Oh my
came through
god,
the
he's
door
so
when he
creepy.
shot it.
Kill your ass, nigga.
But
No,
what
you're
are
not
they
about to
doing?
build
But what
that
are they doing?
Nutcracker.
This is the thing. In order for a game to be successful, even if a lot of people that are real like hardcore gamers think it's trash, in order for a game to be successful, they have to cater to their audience, right or wrong. And so what they do is they take what people want and they are putting it into their game. People ask for these emotes. They ask on Twitter, what kind of like emotes would you want to see? And they were like, send gifts of what you want, and people responded and they added
Yeah.
what they heard and what they
Yeah.
read into the game.
Look,
Like, y'all
Dog,
not
you're
please.
right,
look.
Blue.
You
They
better take
cater to their
notes,
audience.
PUBG.
Nigga getting
They
shot by
cater to their
Elmo.
audience. I'll give them
Getting
that.
shot by Elmo. Fuck
I will.
outta here.
I will say that Fortnite is adding constant updates. They're adding constant every week. I think weekly and daily new
Oh
content.
God,
Like
here we
they're keeping
go.
up daily.
Oh
I
God.
tell you
Yo,
that
we got
Jack-
Maslin.
Who
After
invited
they
you?
done-
No one invited you in here to start talking your trash,
already-
boy. I don't want to hear
Damn.
nothing. I don't hear
Damn.
nothing from this man. He's a
Damn.
fraud.
Ooh,
Damn.
Mass.
Damn, you real
Hey, let my man
disrespectful
Mass.
right
My
now,
man
Blue.
Mass just got out of church, man. What's going on,
Let
man?
him live, Blue.
Better
Let
defend
him
yourself.
live.
I hate all of you in here, by the way. I'm just saying.
Shout out my boy
Y'all
Mass.
all gonna
Finished-
get it.
Shout out my boy Mass. Just finished running the Underground Railroad. I see you play.
Hey, yeah.
I think his mic is not working.
Nah. Tell him
Yeah.
pray. Tell him pray about it. Be alright.
Ask
Yeah.
Jesus to help you, Mass. And your,
Nah.
and your bum ass mic.
Oh shit. Oh man. What else
So
we
what y'all
got?
think?
Maslin got me shook. No, boo boo. You have that wrong. I have him shook. He came in here after I said my piece. So he's coming in here to try and like defend himself and like what he, believes. I'm just saying.
So let's get
Mighty
into
Mouse.
my boy something my boy Z was talking about before we get up out of here. They says next Xbox and PS4 will offer cloud-based gaming, says the Final Fantasy director. What you guys think about that?
I didn't even hear
I'm
about
sure it
that.
will.
It's not gonna take away from physical, but they will be heavily on the cloud-based side of things. I was just reading the thing with Ubisoft and how they was moving towards service-based games and things like that.
So it's gonna be streamed. You mean? It's gonna be like PSN now or something like that.
I think it will be more catered towards the digital than it would be the physical. I mean, you
Yeah, but I
understand
mean-
right now the gaming industry is pretty much probably the only industry that's left that hasn't really embraced the digital market fully. TV is there, music is there, the movie industry is there. Every other industry has gone full digital already itself, and so it's only a matter of time before the gaming industry follow the same suit. I mean, you might not like it because I know some people have this this thing where they want to be able to touch and hold on to the things that they buy. I
Mhm.
mean, that's cool and all, but it's inevitable. It's gonna happen that at
Yeah,
some
yeah.
point we're gonna be fully digital and physical is not gonna be there anymore.
Yeah. So we're saying this next Xbox and PlayStation, no disc trays, is full on
Nah, I
digital.
wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that.
No, I'm saying is that what
Nah.
that's not what the rumor
No,
is.
that's
or-
not what they're saying.
So it's still physical, but they're gonna be. I just don't understand. So you're saying it's a streaming service, though?
probably a lot of things within the game will be based off the cloud, kind of like how Titanfall had a lot of stuff going
Yeah,
on
cloud
with the
streaming
cloud
games
controlling a
and
lot in
downloading
the
games
game.
and stuff like that.
When
Yep.
you
Oh,
when you
like it
play
handles a lot of
online.
the. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. Yeah.
I mean, if it works, I'm cool with it. If it doesn't work, go back to regular and let's keep it moving. Y'all getting too fancy out here. You know what I'm saying?
Well, if one of
Here's-
the developers want to get into this cloud computing, they want to use it. It's just right now, the internet is a big thing in America in regards to that. And that's another reason why I can see why the gaming industry hasn't fully embraced it yet, because the bandwidth and the pipelines is not there just yet to fully support something like that. But
Right.
I do agree with the next systems that as far as game streaming is going to be there day one. Downloading games like with Game Pass and things like that, purchasing games, making it more easier for you to purchase, maybe trade, and return games digitally. All of that is going to be there.
That'd be cool.
But
All of that is going to be there day
here's
one
the thing
on the
I
next
got.
system.
Here's
Oh,
the
it's
thing
Maslin.
I find funny. Yeah, here's the thing I find funny. People talk about how they want physical games and they want to hold their games and all that garbage, but they haven't bought a CD in 15 years. I'm just keeping it 100. Like that don't make no goddamn sense to me.
Yo, people
You
were
cool-
so
you cool
I
holding
was
up your
on
iTunes library, but you
Bro,
want a physical game.
I was on Twitter. I was on Twitter talking
Facts.
about this the other day, and people were getting so upset with me, like literally, like getting all caps and everything, talking about, oh, I like physical. Oh, I don't understand
Man,
Game Pass. I don't understand. I'm just like,
man, them
dude,
be
if
the
you don't
same.
like it, that's fine. But why do you care what other people are doing? Like that's the thing about that, right? Because I don't know if you guys heard, but they're Best Buy is basically getting rid of their
Yep,
CD
CDs.
section.
Uh-huh.
Yep,
And it's like
yep.
we're moving into a different era, right? Where we're moving into like a different, like, technology is good now that you can download your games. Like, just embrace it. Like, why are you getting so?
All
And
the industries are there, and that's why Best Buy know the game industry is headed that way as well. Those same people who say that be the same people who preload and download their games from the Xbox app when they at work. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So by the time they get home, it's already installed. They pick up the controller and they start playing.
I'm
I
just
mean,
like,
that's
were you this bothered? Like, do you still wish that the floppy disk was around? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just like, what's
I,
happening here?
I say it all the time. We in this age of instant gratification. People want things when they buy things and get things. They want it instant. They want it now. And just like I said with the Xbox apps, being able to say download or install on my Xbox, and by the time you get home, you don't have to wait. You don't have to put a disc in and wait for it to
Mhm.
download and install at the same time. You just turn on that box and on that is already downloaded and did whatever updates it needed to get done, and that you could turn the game on and play. That's just the era that we're in, and so it's inevitable. Some people not gonna like it. Some people are gonna like it, but
Yeah.
it's going
Do
there.
you think next generation, or you think maybe? I say maybe
Two
generation.
gens.
It's gonna be two
Two gens.
gens
I
out.
think
Yeah.
this generation kind of
Molded
Microsoft
us.
was trying to kick it off this generation
With the
first
Game
Xbox
Pass.
One.
No,
With the
when they
first
first
thing
launched,
with the always
2013.
online. They was
Yeah.
trying to kick it off because they know
Oh, you
within the
talk.
next
Yeah.
2-3 years down the line that it was going to get, and we want to get ahead of this now. We want to start now. Well, people fought back against that, but it wound up happening anyway. Because one thing I know is that my system is always online, even when I'm not on it, even when it's in a low power state mode. It is still connecting to the internet. It is still able to receive updates and everything. So, and the same thing with PlayStation. So these systems are always online.
Oh, here we can flip it. Do you think the PlayStation 5 or next Xbox will be always online consoles?
No.
I don't think they'll try to repeat that like Microsoft
no.
did.
But we can
Some
listen.
people didn't like it,
Yeah, they're
No,
already
Sony won't.
always online. These
especially
systems
especially
they
military.
system off.
Military hates that shit.
Sony
Power
is
they
in
system
countries.
down.
The first always online console won't have a disk drive. Whenever we get to that point, that'll be the one that's always online.
Who leave that console powered all the way off?
Not to mention, it doesn't matter. Not to mention, there's countries that don't have good internet. Like,
Well,
We're not
Fuck
talking
'em.
about
Like
And so-
America.
it's
control
I don't.
everything.
I personally don't
sound
think they
like
should do always on.
you can
No,
say
no, we-
whatever you want because that's why Sony is selling heavily there. There's like 20. Is that? I
Fuck
don't know
'em.
if it's the same amount of markets. Here go the caveman theory. Then they wonder why Microsoft getting blew
Fuck
out.
them.
It's Sony there getting money. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You can say
Fuck
whatever
'em.
you want.
Look,
Alright.
Look, let me tell you something. I did not ask you to move to a country where the internet
Oh
is not
my
stable.
God, that's
That's
hard.
not-
Here's the thing
look,
is,
Come on.
Look,
this
look at some things that these companies can control, and there's some things that they can't control, man. We're in a digital age. The
Don't
world
matter.
we're living in a world digital age across everything, man.
Only certain
Yeah.
countries.
Look, let me tell you something. Look, I can't really get it. I work for
The
Apple.
United States
I
is
know
among the
how
lowest
customers
Damn sure is.
get
internet
about
speeds.
things.
You damn sure is.
We're not talking about internet speeds. I'm talking about countries where like internet is just fucked there. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of them.
It's fucked here.
I know that. I have talked to people
There's a
who
lot of places.
who
Hey,
had
wait,
who
hey,
still
Garrett.
use
Wait,
satellite
hold on. Garrett talking greasy as hell. When I met this nigga, he only had 2 up. Fuck is you talking about? Some countries, nigga. And you live in
No,
Delaware.
in this country, they're trying to give us. They already have data caps. Like, what?
Yeah.
What are we gonna do about like?
Exactly.
If we try to download games and us as gamers, us as streamers, us as like what we do now, and we have these data
Hey,
caps,
D,
like,
let me tell you.
we
Hey,
have
Blow.
to think
Let me
about
tell you.
those
Hey, Blow, let me
things
tell you
when
something,
these
Blow.
companies try and do things
Hey,
like
Blow,
that.
let
Don't
me
tell
tell
me
you something.
nothing. I want to hear from you.
Gaming is a very selfish hobby. Very, very selfish. Like when I was telling Joe these new consoles was coming, why just no? Gaming is a very selfish hobby. I don't give a fuck about the next man. If my console has to be always online to make my gaming experience better,
I got a question.
I'm all for it.
How you don't care? How you don't care
I
about
got a
the next
question
man,
to the
but you
panel. I
crying?
got a question
You
for the
crying
panel.
about, but you be crying
Did
about PC having
Microsoft
higher
care
frame.
about the 56?
I said consoles.
Hold on, Z. I got him.
Mm.
Did Microsoft care about the 56K users
Nope.
when they put the broadband adapter on the Xbox? Did they care?
Hell no,
You're
fuck
right.
Did
them.
they force
Hold
people
up.
to upgrade to
Hold up.
broadband?
Hold
Did they
up.
force people to upgrade to
Thank
broadband?
you.
Up. Post up. You're right, and I give this to you. You are right. And just like they tried to be the only online they tried to do that again this generation. And what happened? They got blew the fuck out the water. So save all that.
Right. But
This
listen,
ain't back in the day.
this ain't back. Exactly. This ain't back in the day. They can
You
get
know
it off
what?
now.
The same people who was complaining about that always online
Was online.
also had a phone in their pocket that was always online.
Got him.
And guess what? They still ain't got that always online
Hey,
console.
hey, listen, ladies and gentlemen, listen. You gotta forgive Uncle Rogers, Garrett old ass. What that meant to nigga, he had 2 up. All right, so what the fuck is he talking about right now?
He
know
can
what I
say
mean?
whatever they want.
Yeah.
These are the same guys who
Yeah.
cry about why Microsoft losing and why Microsoft doing whatever.
I don't.
You heard them earlier in the show. They was hurt.
Who's hurt?
Earlier.
No, I wasn't. I was just giving my opinion on the game, the state of
Phil.
game, period.
What?
The state of game, period. You ain't shit, King.
No.
This nigga
I'm
20
keeping it
days
all the way
now.
honest. Yo,
I'm gonna get my first 40 million without them.
You ain't shit, King.
We were supposed to go in the pros.
I was just giving my opinion on this, the state of gaming as a whole. It's crazy that when Microsoft tried to come out with that always online, that people always automatically got a heart about people in other areas that don't have internet and stuff like that. That's the only time people start caring. After that was over and Microsoft switched up, don't nobody talk about them people that can't get access to internet. Ain't nobody creating no GoFundMe page on the internet for people who in areas that don't have access to the internet.
Right, Post Up, you ready?
Are
you ready, Post Up? Are you ready? Sony caters to the world. Microsoft caters to countries with very good internet. Who winning?
Sony. What? Microsoft catered to the world too. Fuck is you talking about?
Okay.
I'll say this. Let me say this real quick, man. In 20
shit, King.
Hold on, you thought about that for a second. Like, wait, what?
Let me say this real quick, man. In 2013, I was in the and I was in Fort Stewart, Georgia. We did some training. Now that's when the Xbox One X came out, and when they heard that thing always had to be online, everybody in the military, especially on my PS4 over the Xbox, because they didn't want to have that always online restriction, and they can't have it because they're always
Y'all
moving around.
supposed to be secure in the world anyway. Fuck is y'all
Stop playing games.
Look, we got downtime, man. I'm just saying.
Hold on, let me.
You know how many goddamn games I beat in the middle of the ocean, nigga?
Hold on, let me break this down.
I said Army, not Navy.
I feel bad.
Talking about put the control in, nigga. Let's go.
Yeah, Xbox over there.
I feel bad for y'all brothers. I feel bad for y'all brothers because I was playing with my brother on Call of Duty while he was in Iraq. And anybody, and as 2 brothers in here who are in the service, y'all know they wasn't doing shit in Iraq, but playing Call of Duty and lifting weights. They wasn't doing nothing on that base.
That's called Fog Life, King.
And running up in Saddam crib, taking all the gold stuff and then
stealing money.
I ain't getting none of it. I'm real upset about that.
Listen, that nigga they found it was 200,000.
Hey, so shady. That's how you feel. God damn.
Yeah, but shit, but
they want to do shit on the baseball.
We still got free time, shady. Goddamn, we ain't 24 hours.
Hey, listen, even.
Shady
Don't
ain't got
even
no love for the
start.
police.
Don't even
Oh,
start.
Shady talking crazy over there, man. Holy
Shady
shit.
ain't got no love for the police. He said he don't care nothing about the army anyway, aka ain't ready for the Marines yet. Fuck
said-
out of here.
He said, "Fuck the military." Ain't ready for the Marines? Oh yes, y'all can get me. Y'all can get me.
Nah, bro, I heard that.
Yo, man.
My oldest brother, one of my brothers in the Marines and one of them in the
Mine
army.
too,
They
yeah.
argue
Mine
like that
too.
all the time.
I got a brother in the Marines, man. It's back and forth. Yeah, we always. I'll argue with Porter Rob, man.
Oh man.
Yeah. Shout out to P Rock with his cheap ass. But listen, we about covered everything, didn't we?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
No.
real quick.
Sony
Public service
finally
announcement.
surveying for PSN
Yeah,
names.
whatever. That shit ain't gonna happen.
For killers.
That shit gonna happen before PS5, maybe. And real quick public service announcement. Fortnite is trash.
Oh
Thank
shit.
Yo,
let's go.
Matt, why you come in here with some bullshit like my mic not working, and then you over here like talking? No, you wait until the last minute before presenting to talk some
Right,
shit. Like
so-
why? Why? You weren't in here from the beginning of the show, and then you all of a sudden wanted to join because you
I'm
thought
not-
what? That you could just like
I'm
talk
not
shit?
talking shit. I'm stating
No,
the fact.
I don't want to hear
Yo,
anything. This is not a
this is a
fact.
fact.
Fortnite,
This
yo.
is not a
Let me
fact.
tell you something.
Last I checked, if you were in the 4th grade, you would know that a fact and an opinion are
This
two
is a
different things.
fact.
Are they not? No,
Funky
they,
feet.
it is not a fact.
This is a
Listen,
fact.
sir. Listen.
Chocolate toast.
Listen. You.
Fortnite be like,
Yeah,
You.
We don't want to
I
hear
was
no
playing
argument.
Fortnite, right? I was shooting at that nigga. He wasn't even shooting back. He was just building. I'm shooting at this thing. He
He was
building
Bob
a
the
house,
Builder on
nigga.
I don't want to
The
hear
motherfucker
nothing
hauled
from
off
you,
and
Mass.
built
You
a
are
house.
a fraud, motherfucker. I don't want to hear nothing.
Trash.
You trash. You
Mm.
trash. Come here.
Fortnite.
Come here,
Fortnite
Mass.
is a garbage
Come
juice smoothie.
here, Mass.
Fortnite is a garbage
And lick
juice
my
smoothie.
motherfucking toes. How about that?
Oh.
Ass toast.
And with that,
Earlier,
Hey,
you
Zaire.
With that, we should end
juice
it.
and chocolates. Like that.
Thanks for coming out.
Thank you for coming out. God
That
bless.
toe action, baby.
Adios.
Good night.